Welcome to day one of the Olami Connect 10-day challenge. So the next 10 days, we're going to do a brief overview of 10 steps to connection. And these 10 steps to connection are based on Rabbi Victor Miller's 10 steps to greatness. And he is a famous rabbi that was very well known for this kind of work of developing yourself. And he gave lectures and workshops everywhere. He was very well known in America. So I'm just picking his frame because it's a very interesting framework and it's very eclectic and it shows us how we can deepen our connection. Although each one of these topics is a whole topic in and of itself and requires an enormous amount of effort and work, what we're doing is a little taste test of each one just for a day, and then we're going to be able to do a meditation on those topics. So the first day, day one today, is acknowledging that we are not just a physical being, we are a spiritual being. And in order to acknowledge that, we have to understand how we were built, how we're created, which is that we have two separate creations that are interwoven into one being, and they're separated actually when we die. Do anyone know what they are? There's two separate creations. They're interwoven into one being, and they separate at death, and they are the body and the soul. And the body and the soul have completely different profiles. They have completely different wants, different desires, different pulls, different things that matter to them. And unless you're tuned in and aware of what they are, it's very easy just to live in reaction and to just be pulled and be in conflict and not really know what's going on internally. So part of the first step to connecting in a deeper way is to understand how we operate. And the body is much more childlike. The body is much more physical. The body is much more short-term, here and now. It wants to feel good. It wants to feel comfortable. It wants adventure. It wants entertainment. It wants fun. It wants to have yummy food. It wants sleep. It wants all sorts of things that we love on the physical realm, and those physical pulls are very strong. The soul is a very different profile. It's like more adult, much longer-term vision. Who do I want to be in the world? What's important to me? What do I want to stand up for? What do I value? You know, these are the kind of questions the soul is interested in, and it doesn't need the physical gratification. It's into long-term gratification. Am I fulfilling my mission? Am I fulfilling my purpose? What's important? Prioritizing. And often will give us hints and suggestions and like little comments through our day, but we may not even hear them if our body and our physicality is very loud. The physical world is much louder, more crass, and the spiritual world through our soul is much softer. In fact, in the Torah, the Gemara, it's called a still small voice, that it just whispers to us, yeah, I'm not sure you should be doing that, right? It's the soul is much more aligned with being right and doing the right thing. And wants us to be our full potential by choosing the right thing. So what ends up happening is the soul's whispering to us what's right, and the body's like, ooh, donuts, yum, right? I want that Ben & Jerry's ice cream, yum, sleep, I'm just gonna sleep in just a bit longer, right? It overwhelms us, the physicality. And what happens is we can get into moral conflict. You really should get up now. No, just like one more snooze, right? But you really should get up now. If you get up now, you could go to the gym. The gym, forget it. I just want to sleep, right? And we have these conversations in our mind all day long, and we don't know that they're coming from different places inside of us. And what happens is we get into moral conflict. So part of us really wants to sleep in, and another part of us is saying, I think you should get up now. And it's saying the right thing. We resonate with that. But we dismiss it a lot of the time. It's much easier to listen to the loud physicality in the voice of the body. And so in order for us to learn to discern the soul's voice, tune into our own soul, which is a source of much deeper wisdom and clarity and insight, we have to be able to calm ourselves down, to quieten the body down, to be able to hear the higher part of ourselves, right? The soul is really what connects us to a higher power, and it's the place that we can access and tap into for our own inner wisdom and our own clarity, but only if you know how to quieten the body down. So that's the most important thing to be able to play with and understand, and also to understand that if I get clear on what my soul voice is and I get clear on what my body voice is, then I get to actually execute my free will choice of being able to choose which voice do I listen to. So it's not that people who are really righteous and really great people have none of the body voice inside of them. The great people that we know, that we admire, they just know which voice to listen to, right? They just know which voice to give power to. So, given that that's the backdrop, let's do a meditation now of actually experiencing what it feels like to quieten down a little and just to explore and be curious. This is just day one of just exploring this. So get comfortable somewhere and just make sure you're comfortable. There's no right or wrong. Remember, meditation in the intro video that I sent out is there's no right or wrong with meditation. It's about experiencing the process, being curious about it, and going with the flow. If you fall asleep, it just means you're tired, you need to sleep, and just try again, right? So get comfortable. Make sure you're not interrupted. Turn phones off. A phone can be extremely loud, even on vibrate, when you're meditating. And this is called a meditation. We're just going to go in and we're just going to bring awareness into our internal world. I'm going to do it with you, but I'm going to do it with you with my eyes closed. So it's better if you close your eyes and just listen to me on audio. You don't need to watch the video. I'm just going to do it because we're here, and why not? So take a deep breath. And as you breathe in through your belly should go out. And as you breathe out, your belly should come in. And the point of this is, as you close your eyes, just notice what you notice inside. It's about shutting out the external world and going internally and noticing, what do I notice? What do I notice when I go inside? Again, there's no right or wrong. Just be curious and observe which parts are tense, which parts are relaxed. What's my breathing like? Try and observe without changing anything. And as we sit here quietly, just become aware of your breath. Try not to change the breath and the pace. Just watch it. And the point of focusing on the breath is it brings back all the head noise and all the clutter to one single point focus, which is often a goal of meditation. So just for the next 10 breaths, just focusing on your breath, where it goes in through your nose and out through your mouth, without changing anything, just seeing if we can observe and quieten down a little. And with each breath, noticing how easy it is just to be here without doing anything. There's nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to be doing. Just focusing on your breath. And as that happens, just realizing how easy it is to just start to relax and drift deeper and deeper into a place that is much calmer and still, peaceful. Just following my voice into yourself. And at this point, just taking your awareness now to the top of your head. Just giving permission for any tension to relax. Moving behind your forehead and your eyes. Moving down your face. Again, just releasing any tension if it's there. Down your neck. Don't forget your jaw. Down into your shoulders. All the way down your arms, releasing any tension easily and effortlessly. Down into your forearms and your hands. All the way into the tips of your fingers. And as you relax and release any tension, just taking your attention now to your top of your spine, moving down your back, shoulder blades, kidneys, lower back, down your spine into your hips, giving permission just to release and relax any tension that may want to relax. Moving down now your chest and sternum, diaphragm, rib cage, stomach. Stomach holds a lot of stress, just giving permission for it to relax into the surrounding tissues. All the way down into your belly, hips, down into your calves, just taking your attention and tracking it down into your knees, into your calves, ankles, all the way into your feet and the tips of your toes. And just as we're sitting here, just realizing how easy it is to drift deeper and deeper and deeper into a place that is really calm and still and quiet. And just notice what you notice when you notice that. What's it like to be a little quieter? What's it like just to be? And just notice your thoughts. Notice your reactions. And just accept those as well. What happens when we're quiet? Where do we go? Where does our mind go? And just bring awareness now to your thoughts. Just notice what you're thinking about. Thinking about plans, what are we doing the rest of the day? Thinking about what happened yesterday. You're thinking about food, desires. Thinking about, am I doing this right? Just notice what type of thoughts you're thinking. And as you're noticing this, just want you to be aware of a dual reality, if you can. And that dual reality is that there's part of you thinking about all sorts of things, and there's another part of you that's aware of those thoughts, that's just watching. There's a part giving commentary. Oh, you're not relaxed, or you're relaxing. Just awareness of what is happening. There's you reacting, thinking, breathing. And there's another level that's also aware of what you're thinking and how you're reacting. This awareness is very subtle. It's in the backdrop. It's behind everything. But as we quieten down now the body and we start to focus on what we're thinking, that awareness becomes a little clearer, more in focus. oh, that's interesting, I'm thinking certain things, and there's another part of me that's aware of those thoughts. That awareness comes from the soul. So just bringing your awareness back to your thinking. Just noticing your thinking without judgment. And notice what happens to the thoughts as we gently bring an accepting awareness to them. Often they calm down too. So in this place of quiet, we can ask ourselves a question and just see what answer pops into our mind. Inviting an answer from our own soul. And that question could be, what's one thing I could do today, or do less of, that would help me actualize my potential and connect me just a little bit more? And just see what arises. What's one thing that I could do more of or less of today that would connect me more to actualizing my own potential? Just for today. And just see what answer pops up. Again, if you didn't get an answer, that's also okay, because there's no right or wrong. But if you did, just pay attention to that. Knowing that you can come back here anytime and take this deep sense of stillness and connection into your day. 5, feeling your feet on the ground or on the chair. 4, feeling your back against the chair. 3, starting to tune into the sounds around you. 2, taking a deep breath into your tummy. And 1, when you're ready in your own time, opening your eyes. So notice what happens when you quieten down, when you can hear maybe a higher part of yourself. Notice if your soul gave you an answer about what to do today. Usually it's around somehow being a better person, which comes from a higher place. And please, please share your comments, insights, observations, and especially challenges with each other on the WhatsApp group. And every day, if someone could share from your group into the bigger Olami Connect Facebook group so we can have a global conversation, I think it would help a lot. Wishing you a blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And your Olami Connect facilitator will post a mindfulness exercise for the day if you want to continue practicing this, as well as a journal reflection question. Have a great day.